What's up, beautiful people? This is Khurram from MyGuessWorld and hope you're having an amazing day. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing and installing the PlayStation 5's official SSD. And we have the Western Digital Black in 1TB, priced at $170 at Best Buy. And if you're looking at the 2TB, it's going to cost you $280 for 2TB at Best Buy. So this is the Western Digital Black SN850 NVMe SSD, and it is for PlayStation 5. As you can see the branding on the packaging, and we can see the PlayStation logo on the box and also the certification for the official SSD on the right side on the bottom. And you can see that this drive, we're going to get into the specifications because this is the one of the first SSDs on my channel that I told you guys will be the official SSD because it was leaked news. But as you can see now, it is official, and we can see on the side it has the PlayStation 5 logo because it's compatible and official. All right, let's look at the speeds. So you can see that it only lists the read speeds on the packaging. I don't know why companies do not list the write speeds because it could vary because of the different hardwares it's going into. As you can see, it's also compatible with the PC. So I'm going to be seeing, because I have the other SN850, and only difference that I found is that it is blue color light on this PlayStation 5 SSD to maybe match it with the PlayStation 5 theme. But if you look at the SN850, the other model, which is also for PlayStation 5 and PC, that has the red light, and only it's customizable when you're using it with the PC. So I don't know the reason for having the, this light here for the different color, because you can only customize it if you're using with the PC. But now let's unbox it and see what's inside, and then we're gonna install. Alright guys, so you can see that my PlayStation 5 is laying down flat on the table. I'm going to lift it up from the back side and then slide it out towards the disk side, and that's how you're going to take off the cover. And then you have the drive bay visible, and before we install it, we have to unbox it, right? I think I forgot about that. Alright, so we're going to take it out of the box. There is user manual where you're going to have some warranty information and some technical specifications about the drive, and there is the welcome note from the Western Digital Black SN850. But we are talking about this pre-assembled with the heatsink already installed, and we have the Western Digital SN850 1TB, and it is the official. I don't see any difference here, but I'm gonna see what's going on, and I'm gonna compare the prices. And you can see that as soon as I open the drive bay, I have already some DIY installed, which is the micro connectors, heatsink, and I was using the SN850 2TB before. So this 1TB that I'm reviewing in this video will be actually going to be given away. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like on this video, and make sure to watch my next video because that's where I'm gonna be looking at giving away and gonna find out how officially I can do it. Usually I do it with the gleam.io, so I might just follow the same pattern, but make sure to stay tuned. All right. And we are installing the SN850 back to the drive, and this is where it's gonna go, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. And make sure to put that heatsink cover back, because a lot of people think that if we leave it off, it's gonna be better for the airflow. It is actually not. So make sure don't mess with the thermodynamics and the physics. All right, let's go and power on the TV and PlayStation. Alright guys, so you can see the PlayStation 5 is on the right side, and it is connected to the LG OLED C1, which is capable of doing the 4K 120Hz, and that's why I have the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 side by side connected to the same TV. Now it's time to power on the PlayStation 5, and HDMI 1 is available, which is the PS5 game console. And you can see that we have the M2 SSD, which we just installed, the official Western Digital for PlayStation 5, and it is available to be formatted. So we have to format this. If you do not format, you're not going to have this SSD available to you. You can see the read speeds of 6549, which is kind of similar to what I already have with the Western Digital SN850 with the custom heatsink that I installed. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go and check that out, that solution as well, because it's going to be cheaper if you build your own as compared to the official PS5 SSD. Alright, we're gonna go to the storage and see our console storage there. Then we have the PlayStation 5 games installed in there. And then we have the M2 SSD that we just installed. 1TB is the size, and no games, nothing is in there. We have the other where maybe some formatting files are there. And then we have the extended hard drive, which is for the PlayStation 4 games, is also there. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna do one thing that I'm gonna go in the game console storage and I'm gonna transfer a game which is the Spider-Man's Miles Morales. It's 39.18 gigabyte. It is the game that I found I could transfer faster because the Call of Duty will take forever. It's like 200 plus gigabytes. But I'm gonna transfer this game to the M2 SSD that we just installed and gonna see how long does it take. So this video is not in real time. I had to actually fast forward it because it's gonna be 30 seconds additional to the timeline, which is already a longer video for you guys. But let me summarize it for you guys. The time kept going up and down. In total, it actually took 29 seconds to complete the 39.216 gigabyte data, which if you convert into the megabytes per second for the write speed to the SSD, it was little over 1500 megabytes per second. This SSD is rated at 5300 for the write speed. So write speed is actually lower than the read speed. So read speed is 7000 megabytes per second. So your read speeds and write speeds that's the maximum it can go. It's not always going to be running at that speed, but for the PlayStation specifications, we actually have to use their required speeds, which this SSD can do easily with the 7000 megabytes of read speed and 5300 megabytes of write speed. So that's all I have from this video, guys. The games are loading as fluid as it was before, and this is the official SSD. I'll sign off and see you guys in next video where I'm going to be giving away this SSD. So make sure to tune in the next week and I'll see you in another one. Until then, peace out.